On this lesson, we're going to keep working on the background and make some elements here on the top. So we have our Manhattan Island here, but I think it would be very nice if we have a skyline here on the top, so you can really show that this is the land, but you also have a sky. So first thing I want to do is go here to my Shapes tool, and then select the rectangle tool or press M on my keyboard. And when I do that, I'm going to go here to this corner and then go around, probably around here. And with this rectangle now, I'm going to remove the stroke because I don't need it, and I'm going to actually fill this rectangle with a gradient. So I'm going to go here to the gradient window, and if you don't see it again for whatever reason, you can go here to Window, Gradient, or press Ctrl F9. And once you do that, you can see this window and just click here to add a gradient. And I'm going to change the colors because I don't think this is working for me. So I'm going to go for a pale color here on this side, and then on the other one I want to pick a blue, so maybe this one probably, or one that is a little bit darker, maybe that's the same one, and then move it around here. And then with the gradient, you could also use the gradient tool, but I like to work here on the window. So here you can change the angle, so maybe if your sun is on the other side, so you can do it. I'm going to be having my sun around here, so I'm going to actually invert this gradient. So to do that, you're gonna go here where it says reverse gradient. So now I have the light area here, and then here the blue one. So I'm gonna move this here on the top. You can select how much of each color gets applied there. So I think something like this would work just fine. And now what I want to do is create some skyline, so I can have some buildings here that really separate what I have here from the sky to the sea that I have here on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is go to my pen tool or press P on my keyboard, and then go here to the side because I don't want to, or maybe you can do it here, whatever works for you. So what you're gonna do is just go with the pen tool, and similar to how we did the island of Manhattan, we're gonna create some buildings. So to do that, we're gonna make a click, and you can change the fill color so you see what you're actually doing. And then I'm going to, while pressing Shift, move around here, and then try to make some buildings. And really, because every city has different types of buildings, you can really do whatever you like or you feel would work, as long as it looks as we are looking at these buildings from the side. So really you don't have to make a big skyline, just enough. So probably something like this, and I'm going to take it all the way back here and close it. And now that I have some buildings like here, I'm going to actually squeeze them a bit by doing this, because I want them not to be that wide as I had drawn them. And what I'm going to do is actually scale them up a little bit around here. I think that's okay. And then I'm going to press Alt and Shift while I make a copy and move it around here. So I'm going to create some repetition of these buildings, so you can offset them a little bit, because that way you're gonna have some variation. And then do the same again, because we need to fill this whole space. And then we could select them all and go here to Window, Pathfinder, or you can press Ctrl Shift F9 and select the first option, that is Unite. So if you do that, now you have a single shape. And what you can do is scale it a little bit up so it goes all the way from top. And then you could still make this smaller if you think this is probably too big, and create a copy again as we did. And really, if you overlap them, most of the times it's going to look fine, because it's going to give some variation to what you had already done. And then again, you simply go to Unite, and now you have a new skyline. And this way you can create buildings in a very fast way, because as you can see, because we overlapped a lot, you don't see the same shapes. You probably see this kind of stair shape here, but it's not like that obvious. So I'm going to take both of these, both the gradient and the skyline, a little bit to the top, and then leave them there. Now I want to create the sun. So to create the sun, I'm going to here to the tools panel and go here to the ellipse tool, or press L on my keyboard, and while pressing shift, I'm going to create a perfect circle. I'm going to fill it with a yellow color and put it here on the top. And you can actually make it a little bit smaller. And again, you could take this a little bit down. So move them around till you feel you are comfortable with your skyline. And now to give some depth, I'm going to create some clouds. So to do that, I'm going to use the pen tool by selecting it here, or press P on my keyboard. Then go here a little bit closer and make a point here, another point here. And the way I like to do clouds is, after I have a base, I like to go and create the next point but make a little curve. Then click here again to break the tangency, so my next point doesn't keep that curvature. And then do another point and drag a little bit. Then go here, just click, another point here and drag a little bit. And now you have kind of a cloud shape. So I'm going to change this to white. And I'm going to create another one using the same technique. Again, press the P tool, and this one I'm going to do it here on the front of the skyline. So I'm going to go here, again a point, then click and drag a little bit, click and drag a little bit, make one that is bigger. So to make clouds, you need to give some variation, but always make sure that you have like a baseline. And if you don't like, for example, I think this one is kind of pointing to the right, so I'm going to go to my direct selection tool, or press A on my keyboard, and move it around until you feel comfortable with your cloud. And I'm going to put it around here on the front, so you can really see that it's there. And now I'm going to create another cloud here. This one is going to be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go here and make one that is like this. And you see that because I accidentally touched the gradient, this is getting created with the gradient. So that's okay, because I'm going to change the color to a darker blue, because this one is going to be on the back, and maybe this one is too dark, so just this one. And I'm going to create another one here, again with that same blue color. And finally, I'm going to create another one that is right here on the sun. It's going to be something, sorry, I'm moving the sun, something like this. And this one I'm going to fill it with white. And now we have a skyline here on the top of our map, and you can see how this is separating my ocean or my water here with my sky. And I think these two colors are the same, so I can go to my gradient and maybe make a darker color. So probably, let's see how this one works. Yeah, I think this one works better because it's different. So just change that color, and if you drag it to the bottom, you can actually remove it and take it just around there. So with this, we have finished our skyline elements. So in the next lesson, we're going to begin working on some elements for our city.